Hello, welcome everybody to another Laser Distractions. Hope hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm going to be running at least one more of those Memorial Day scroll saw patterns that I had three of them and I ran one. What was it, a couple of weeks ago, I think. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try to run another one, and maybe if we have time, I'll run both of them. I don't think they're going to take too long. Let's see. I don't think any that anymore. But I've already just while the intro was playing, I've gone ahead and done the part where I bring them into VCard Pro and separate them and then save them as an SVG. Y'all have seen me do that before, so I didn't think it would be necessary to show that again. If anybody's got any question on how I do that, I'll be happy to go through the motions on that again. But I'm going to run this one. Let's see, where did I put it? That's this one, I think. Yeah, this is three pieces. This is the backer. Steve Good calls for all these to be out of a quarter. I think I'm going to use, I'm going to make that backer right there out of that mahogany, because he's showing it as a darker color wood. And then I'll use the maple for these other two pieces. And but I'm going to use 5/32 because I'm just about out of the quarter. I keep forgetting to order some more. And I think I've got like two pieces of that left. So, but anyway, let me get my little framing thing here. I guess y'all can hear me okay. I didn't ask for a sound check, but I did check my my microphone with the StreamYard thing, and it acted like it was working okay. Okay, so there we've got that. Guess I'll go ahead and run these right here. Looks like I can get those out of one piece. And then I'll do this one on another layer so that I can turn it off for now, because I'm going to run that out of that mahogany. And I've got my trusty little Pro fired up right here. So we'll be seeing if that's going to work right tonight. I got to tell you, guys, it is hot out here tonight. It's been up around 85 today, and it's cooled off to about 80 out here, so it is pretty toasty. All right, so let me go ahead and frame this and see if it. Yeah, it looks like that's going to work. I'm going to have to get a piece set up here. I'm not sure about that red dot. I may, just to be safe. I'm going to waste some of this material anyway. I think I'll bring it on in a little bit. I'm not trusting how accurate that red thing is. Okay, that looks more better. All right, let me check the focus here because this is some thinner material. And I hope I remember to reset the focus when I put the mahogany up there next, because it's going to be a quarter instead of 5/32. So I don't think, yeah, I might put a clamp. It's got a little spring to it. I guess I'll put it in there. All right. Let's get the fan, exhaust fan thing going. The laser beam turned on. Let's see who else we got in here. Mr. Ballard's in the house. How you doing, Ryan? Alan's here. How you doing, Alan? Jeff is here. All right. I think I finally got these microphones figured out. You just have to get them charged up, and now that I know there's two of them, or remembered that there's two of them, I keep one back there on the charger while I have another one ready to go. So Jerry's in the house. How you doing, Jerry? Your turtle thing turned out awesome, buddy. Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, I think we're all set, ready to go on this. Let's take a quick preview up here and see what it says. It says about 13.5 minutes. Okay. All righty. I think this one's going to look pretty cool when it's all done. All right, so about 13.5 minutes. Let's get it started and see what happens. Jerry said he wasn't even done painting it. Somebody bought it. That's awesome. That's a good deal there. I tell you, my chiller, of course, now that I got the laser beam firing, it's busy chilling. But when I first came out here, I keep it set, between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius. And when I came out here just a little while ago and turned it on, it was like 21 something. So it's definitely pretty toasty out here. But the humidity's not bad, so, or I say not bad. It's not bad for Georgia. What are you working on tonight, Jerry? You running something while you're watching the stream? I didn't see Dave Clemens in the chat tonight, but Dave, if you're out there watching or watch this later, I've been cutting a bunch of cardboard earlier today, and that was to get the Humble Pie album art packed up, and it's dropped it off at the UPS store, so it is on the way to Michigan. Hopefully, it makes it there in one piece. No guarantees. It's always tough when you're trying to ship something like that that's a custom thing, a one-off, and I can tell you right now there won't be another one. I should have made two at the same time, but I didn't. And after doing that first one, I'm like, yep, that's enough of that. Let's see, Jerry says he's got have the 3D printers offline. One is running R2 parts. The other two I'm changing to the PET-G, so all three can run R2 parts. 5K rolls are here. I need to make two 5K holders now. I think is what he means. Spool holders, I guess. And the laser is making me a few more of those turtles. Hot diggity. Can you say cha-ching? That is awesome. JR's in the house. How you doing, my friend? You know what, JR? I saw your video come out the other day, and I started to watch it, and then somebody pulled in the driveway or something. And I had to stop, and I forgot about it until just now when I saw your name in the chat. I got to go back and watch it. See, that's what happens when you don't put out any content for a while. We get out of practice. Looks like all that's cutting really good. Looks like all the little stars and everything's dropping through good. And by the way, before anybody asks, no, I have not cleaned anything. It's still just as I fired it up about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, whatever it's been. I guess it was the end of October, I think, when I fired this thing up. So it's just like, what is it, the Ever Ready Bunny? It just keeps on going and going. Let me see if that chiller's keeping up. I hope it is. Yep, it's got it down below 18. Let's see. Okay, he's already over 1,000 views. Yeah, see, people were hungry for content. Alan says, JR's video is excellent, concise, to the point, and on point. Y'all need to catch up on your watching. Yeah. Well, I think what messed me up is since I started watching it and then had to stop, YouTube didn't recommend it anymore, and I forgot that I hadn't watched it all. But I will remedy that. JR says 1,300 views now. My first Onefinity video, almost 50K, so it's on its way. Good deal. Good deal. Still got a little less than 4 minutes to go. I guess I should run in and get the one I ran a couple of weeks ago, I guess now, because I don't think y'all have seen it since I got it finished. If you like Dave, subscribe and don't watch him. Well, I don't know how much you have to watch before you get a view. You might have already got a view from me because, like I said, I did watch the start of it, and then I had to stop. I think that was when I was getting my roof or my gutters or something put on, and I had to go outside and I shut it off, and then I forgot to go back and watch it. You'll know when I watch it. I'll leave some snarky comment. Roger says, "Where did you get this file?" Roger, let me see. Right here. This is one of Steve Good's. Um, these are scroll saw patterns, but they make excellent laser projects, or at least I think they do. But this is one of his. And Steve Good on his website over there, he doesn't charge anything for his file. I started to say they're free, but I don't want to say they're free because nothing really should be free. But he does ask, you know, for donations and stuff. And if you're going to go to his website and get a whole bunch of these things, make sure you kick him a little PayPal donation because he does have some great patterns. All right, let's see how this one did. I think it's pretty obvious that it cut through. Okay, now I think for this next part, I'm going to go ahead and use one of these pieces. Okay, let me come over here for a second. I don't know if I've shown you this before or not. This is the one I ran. I think I ran this one like 2 weeks ago, but this is another one of the Steve Good scroll saw patterns. You can see I used the mahogany for the backer, and then of course the maple for the other, and then just shot a bunch of lacquer on it after I glued it up. And that turned out super nice, I think. So let's come over here and I will turn those off. Turn this one on, and this is just going to be a circle, but this is our backer. So I'm going to get ready to run that. Let's see, this is probably not going to take long at all for this. And I don't know why it wants to put that down on that other screen. Yeah, it's only going to take a minute. something to do that. So let's go ahead and frame this. Yeah, looks like we'll make that okay. And I better double check that focus because this is a little bit thicker. And I think we're good to go here. All right, it says he's jealous of the cutting size. John, yeah, thank you, John. I did remember that. Let's see. JR says, does the laser wear down the honeycomb by always cutting in the bottom left or no issue? Well, JR, I'll show you. Now there you can see if I turn the camera, you can see when I was cutting on the left side, this right here was on the other side, and I took the honeycomb out and turned it around. And it's not really hurt at all. It's just dirty. It's just got the soot and, that kind of stuff on it. So you can see if you look close right there in the middle, there's a few things I've cut in the middle, but most of the time I just stick with stuff over here because I'm not usually cutting anything that big. All right, let's see how this is going to look here. Let's see if I can hold this. I think, of course, this is all plain with no finish on it or anything, but I think that's going to be another good one once I get it glued up and get the finish on there. I really like that mahogany, using that as a backer. That makes it nice. Because the other things I did, of course, they look good too. The Easter projects I did, I used stain, like a dark walnut or something, to get a good contrasting color on the backer. And they look awesome, but it's a little more work when you got to stain that and then come back and glue it up and then put the lacquer on. So nice. How do you remember to focus? Yeah, I remember it sometimes. Yeah, it's just dirty. I just, when I get it so dirty that I can't stand it, I'll pull it out and soak it down and spray it with. I got a pressure washer around back. I'll get it out or do whatever I have to do to get it cleaned up. I hear they clean up pretty good. Sean's in the house. How you doing, Sean? John says, Dave, when you bring in the file from Steve, do you have to go and delete the photos? Okay, well, I've got one more, and we're only about 35 minutes in, so let me let's see here. Let me stop sharing that, and I'll get this back up here, and we'll go through the motions so you can see how I do this. All right, this is the one I just did. And you can kind of see when you bring this in, this is what it looks like. It's got everything in there. In fact, it's all piled into one thing. But I know I just start at the top here because I know the files I want are going to be usually the last two, sometimes the last three. In this case, it's the last three. Now, these were all on top of one another, but I separated them. Let's see which one's which here. There's the soldier. That one's the flag, and then that one's the backer. But let me pull in another one, and we'll show you how I do this. It's not hard. It's really pretty easy. So I'm just going to go new. I'm going to keep that same size blank. Now I'm going to go import vectors. And let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. So this is how it comes in. They're all the pages. There's 6 pages to this one, and they all come just piled in one another. So I always drop this down and start at the top and just start turning stuff off. Okay, so there, 1/4 inch thick backer board, 1/4 inch thick. Let's see if there's, okay, there's that. That's the text, the stars. Oh, you've got a separate layer for that. Okay, we don't really need this. So there's that. That one was the telling the size. Okay, let me make sure. It looks like nope. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and take a look at it. Okay, now let me stop sharing this and come back and share it again so that because I'm doing it by the window. This is how he has it looking. So it looks like he has a backer that's just a circle. And then he has well, let's take a look. Okay, so there's that. Okay, the circle has Memorial Day cut out of it. So I think I'm going to use mahogany for that. Okay, now here's the backer board. Okay, so a plain backer board, then you got this. And this right here. Okay, so that's light colored, light. It looks like he's painting the black. This one looks like he's painting it black. So I'm going to do that out of the light, the Memorial Day part out of the mahogany, and then I'll just do another one and that circle. Now let's see. Let me get that back over. Okay, so let me get back to sharing this again. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to take this one, turn that other one off. That's just the circle. I'll move it down here. And then there's this piece. Okay, so now I can go back and turn all three of the pieces I need on, highlight them. I'll go ahead and save this just to be sure that I have it. I don't remember what this was called. Not sure what this one was called. That's the other one. Well, I'll put 2023. Save that. Okay, now while these are highlighted, I'm going to tell it to export as an SVG. And that's what it's going to do. And now, let me stop sharing again and come back and share my light burn. Okay. Now I will go save as. Okay. Now I'm going to. Now I'll import that SVG. And we'll turn them all on. I got to get rid of these others. I was saving that, doing a save as, so I wouldn't have to. Okay, yeah, that came in groups, so I think I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be light. And this one will make light because we're going to paint it black. And then this one we'll do out of the mahogany, so we'll put that on a different layer and turn it off. Now, there we go. I hope you got all that, John. I tried to go slow. Okay. I see some questions in there. Let me get a piece of material set up and we'll get this started cutting. And then I'll go back and look for the questions here. Okay, I'm going to have to check the focus once again because this is a little bit thinner material. Don't really matter, I guess. It ain't going to do nothing up here anyway. Okay, we'll frame this, make sure. Oh, I see my green dots way. My green dots way up there. Let me fix that. Okay, now let's try to frame it. Yeah, now it'll fit. Okay, we got it focused. We'll get this one kick started here, and I'll go back and catch the questions while we're waiting here. Okay. Okay. I hope we got that question answered for you, John. It's really easy. The files from Steve Good's scroll saw pattern that you want to use, the vector files, are always the last 2 or 3 files. And if you just turn off the first 2 or 3 pages, that will get rid of the photo and stuff that you may not want. All right, let's see here. Jerry says, Dave, I set my min the same as my max on power. What do you do? And do you know why there is a difference? I am still really new to Lightburn. Let me see if I can, we'll switch to this real quick. This is the settings I always use to cut 5/32 and a 1/4 inch, 10 millimeters per second, 30. And if you look, it always says 30 and 30. The only time I change stuff to a max and then the minimum's different is if I'm doing an engraving or something where I want it to have a range. Because if you try to do an engraving and leave it the minimum and the max set the same, it's all going to burn dark brown. It's not going to be, the different shades like you want in an engraving. Now, it looks like that's cutting the outside line first. I hope it don't mess up. I guess it's knows what it's doing. It's not going to matter that much because it ain't moving nowhere. But see, now that it's dropped down, I hope that the focus is still good. I don't know why it cut that outer ring first and the inner ring second. It should have done it the other way. But we'll see. It's probably got enough juice to cut all the way through. Yeah, you get it done now. You still about what? 300 and 50 some days early. Jerry said he still got his one from last year. Yeah, this thing should have started at the inside and worked its way out. I don't know why it's not doing that. I should have checked the preview to make sure. Jerry said, I read there's a method of cleaning the honeycomb so that it looks like new. Also, I may do that. My left side is all charred, but no damage. Yeah. See, I guess one thing, you know, having worked at sheet metal shops for all those years that I did, and seeing big lasers and how nasty those things get, I feel like my little laser bed is pretty clean compared to the kind of stuff I've seen. So I'm not too worried about it. It hadn't got caked up on there that bad. Yeah, I forget what they call that stuff, but that stuff that you spray on air conditioning coils, that's some pretty good stuff there. Ryan say, got to work on a Mother's Day thing. Yeah, Mother's Day is this Sunday, I think. JR says, anyone else buying the crap out of silver and gold lately? I'm buying the crap out of roof metal. That's what kind of precious metals I'm investing in. Did get my new gutters put on the other day. I got my old gutters were 4-inch, and the guy that you know, with the company to put my roof on, he said when I replace them, I need to go to 6-inch because with the metal roof, that rain comes off there a lot faster than with a shingle roof. So called a guy, and he came out the same day. We agreed on a price, and he came out the very next day and knocked it out all by himself in about 3 hours. I really, you know, I like all kinds of automation and machinery and stuff like that, but he had the machine in an enclosed trailer that he brought with him. You know, where he just puts a roll of metal on there and feeds it through, and then it forms it all and spits it out and cuts it off whatever length he wants. It's pretty cool looking. So all the gutters, like here in front of my garage and stuff, it's all seamless because even though it's a really long run, it's pretty cool to watch that stuff run. All righty. Looks like it got everything it was supposed to. All right, one last. Yeah, it's not even. Okay. So we'll come back here and turn those off. And turn this one on. Let's see, 10:30. Let's see if we can frame that. Yeah, there's no sense in trying to cut it that close because I'm still not sure about that. Yeah, that's got a little more room. All right, how we doing on time here? Right at an hour, we should be good. This should only take a minute or two. Let's see here. You know, that one's doing the outside first too. I don't know why in the world it's doing that. Let me check my huh. I don't know why it's doing that. All right. Oh, I better check that focus, hadn't I? Because this is a. That's a problem when you're going back and forth between two different thicknesses. I'm going to save this one ring that doesn't really go with it, but I can use that to help me locate and get these other two pieces, keep those concentric with that outside ring. Layer order mixed up. Yeah, something's not exactly right. It says order by layer, then by priority. I thought yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to dig into that and find out, but I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it'll have any problem cutting it out. Yeah, Ryan says that guy looks like Michael Myers. He does kind of favor him, doesn't he? Jerry said he's investing in wood and plastic. I hear you. I hear you. Jeff says, yeah, I found it cut better. Yeah, if you're cutting, there's really no reason to have those two set differently. I don't know why you would. Sean says no audio. Can y'all still hear me? Jerry said he's got sound. Just all right. Must be just Sean. Okay. Unplugged his speakers. Okay. It happens. It happens, buddy. Yeah, I daved your sound. Man, y'all are a rough crowd here. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's kind of funny though? It has they started my gutters last Wednesday. Then they came back on Thursday and finished them up. I got up Friday morning and it was just barely sprinkling, not even enough to really test anything. And then that's been it. We've had forecasts for rain and even thunderstorms, but they've managed to miss me all week. And now that the guy came yesterday and put the gutters on, I'm like, I'm ready for a good gully washer now, just to make sure everything's good. Probably have a damn drought now. Okay, let's see if that one did right. I think it did. Some tight fit right there. Gonna need my poker. Where'd I put my poker? Oh, I bet it's in the house. Yeah, all of it cut through. It's just a snug fit there. All right, one more little thing. Come on, get out of there. Son of a gun. There we go. It finally fell out. All right, let me see if I can piece this together and hold it up here. That's going to go like that. Okay, this is going to be harder to do because I'm just going to eyeball this one. When I get ready to glue it in, I'm saving this piece to use as a way to locate that other. Let's see if I can hold it. Of course, my hand's in the way, but now you'll have to picture this back piece being painted black because that's or some kind of dark color. But I think that's going to look pretty good. Pretty happy with those. All right, well, we are over our hour. Let me go back through here and see if I missed any questions. Jerry says, next he will be told then divert the downspout to storage tanks. I have two underneath my deck. I have two 55-gallon plastic food grade drums, and that one gutter that's right outside my back door, it runs down through the deck and shoots over and fills those up. So if I have to water anything, because sometimes we have droughts, and I can run a hose around from those things. I wouldn't want to drink it probably, but it's all right for water and keeping the garden going or something. Yeah, John's asking me, they're telling me to set the laser height again. I almost forgot at that time. What is the curve size? I don't know. I haven't measured it. It's pretty tight because most of the stuff I do, let's see if I can put this, like when I do those characters and stuff. Now there I've got that other ring in there to help line that up. But yeah, it's got a pretty tight curve. Let's see. Jerry said the curve is 7,500 thousandths. That sounds about right. Yep, curve will change with different lands. Yep. Oh, let's see. Okay, I don't think I missed any other questions here. Oh yeah, keep a good height. Yeah, I didn't want to pull a Ryan and drop it. Although there's not any super little pieces to go anywhere. All of those got knocked out anyway. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. If anybody wants to hang around afterwards, you know the drill. Send me a Facebook message. I can tell you right now, I won't be out here too long because it is freaking hot out here. It's still 80 degrees. It hadn't budged. Might cool off once I turn some of this stuff off. But right now, it is a little toasty out here. Tim says, what do I do with them? Sell them? No, I finish them, and you'd be surprised sometimes when I have people come by, like a roofer, the guy that sold me the metal roof and stuff. They come by, and when they walk in here and they see all this stuff sitting around, the CNC stuff and the laser and all that, and then when they see some of the stuff, they're like, oh man, that's cool. I go, you want it? It's yours. Take it with you. So That's kind of how I get rid of stuff. Is if somebody wants it, they can have it. Let's see. All right. Ryan wants to know who else is going to hang out. Well, I'm going to sign off here, and anybody that wants to come hang out. If not, that's cool too. Like I said, it's not mandatory. You might hear some gossip though. Sometimes we get to, depending on who hangs out with me, sometimes we get to gossiping about stuff. So you might learn something new. So all righty, let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all being channel members. Help me to keep this thing going. And I appreciate y'all so much. So until the next one, we will see y'all later.